Hey, everybody, how are you? Welcome to another edition. If you don't like that, as we take your phone calls, your chat messages, we get you ready for the 49ers and the Rams tomorrow. Yes, baseball. Cleveland wins, the Yankees win, and now the Reds are trying to do the same thing to keep their season alive. That ball game right now is in the fourth, and it is 2-1 in favor of Cincinnati. So, baseball. Basketball with the Kings, football, both college and the NFL. What do you want to talk about? Hit me up. Chat line, you got the QR code over my shoulder. Very happy to have you here if you don't like that. Yeah, the Cardinals are going to have to win sooner or later. You're right about that. When I mean, we're talking about you talk to Titans and the Cardinals. You talk about, the Cardinals entered play with wins at New Orleans, home against Carolina. Then they lost to Seattle, lost to San Francisco. But when you talk about the Titans, I was thinking about the same thing with that game. But I got to tell you, Cody, the Titans look very bad, right? They look bad. They don't look good. They just don't. So, we'll see. We'll see. But you're right. I mean, I don't think they're going to go 0-17, especially in that division that they play in. Saints aren't going. I don't think any team's going 0-17. I really don't. All right. What do you want to talk about today? Hit me up. Hit me up with some questions on the chat line. Glad that you're with me here on this Wednesday evening, wherever you may be. Maybe it's daytime where you are. I don't know. Where are you? You watching locally or are you around the globe? Different parts of the country. That's what I love about this format. Looking forward to the show tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Chris Landry, LandryFootball.com. No, I did not watch the Guardians game. Did you? I don't really enjoy watching baseball like I used to. I would agree with you. The defense is not terrible about Tennessee. I would agree with you. Did I watch the Guardians game? I did not. I don't know who the Guardians are. I didn't watch the Cleveland game either. I didn't watch the Tribe lose to or beat Detroit. I missed that, but I did read up on it. So it comes down to games 3. They're going to be an exciting day in baseball coming up, right? I mean, there is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow for Detroit, Cleveland, Padres and Cubs, Yankees and Red Sox. There is no tomorrow after tomorrow. There's a tomorrow. But for 3 teams at least, there will be no tomorrow after that. All right. So keep that in mind. All right. Keep that in mind. Playoff baseball is a different sport. It is much better. You're exactly right. I like the Vandy at Alabama game. It's one of the best games on the card. There's only 2 really good games on the card this week, and that's one of them. That's going to be a good game. Is Vandy going to be able to shock Alabama for 2 years in a row after beating them in Nashville last year? It's going to be very interesting to see how that goes. Give me a call. All right. Hit me up. Let me show you the information. Here's the link. Use it. Give me a call right now. Put you on. We can talk about whatever you want. Don't forget the King's Court tomorrow at 10 a.m. with Rhino. I've got my show tomorrow. I'll do after Thursday Night Football. We'll talk about the Niners and the Rams. I'll do a post-game show right here on If You Don't Like That. Yes, call me right now. Absolutely. Give me a shout. We can talk about whatever you want. How great is it to hear Rhino asking the Kings players during practice? It's awesome. Love it. Love it. It's great for him and it's great for me because it helps out my show and, well, I should say our show, right? Rhino's doing an amazing job. But yeah, I like it. It's great. And it's good that, he's out there and he is going to be covering the NBA and a lot going on with the Kings. So, yeah, I love it. Very happy. Very happy. What else do you want to talk about today? Fire away with the questions. Again, Thursday Night Football. How many out there are picking the 49ers to beat the Rams tomorrow? If you think the 49ers will beat the Rams tomorrow, let me know. Because I think most people, when you look at that Niners injury report, no Purdy, no Pearsall, no Jennings. We know about no Bosa. It's going to be a tall order down in SoFi tomorrow, taking on the Rams. So hit me up on that. If you think the 49ers are going to win tomorrow, I would like to hear from you either on the phone or on the chat message, because I don't see it. I think it's going to be a very difficult team. Very, very difficult game. Andre says he's got the Rams by a mile. All right. Dennis is picking the Niners, of course. Did it surprise me to watch Tampa come back and make it a game against Eagles? No, based on their previous 3 games this year, where all the games have been close. They always find a way to get into the game like they did in Houston. So, no, it didn't surprise me because that's how they play. That's how they play. So, yeah, that did not really surprise me. Did not. And you don't get any surprises when you go to Bennett's because you get great quality seafood and steaks, whether it's Sacramento, Roseville, or the West Side Grill in Rockland. That's Bennett'sRestaurants.com to make a reservation. Don't forget about their weekend brunch. Bennett's, awesome. Prime seafood and steaks. Say hello to Brian and the staff for me when you walk in there at Bennett's Restaurants. All right, what else do you want to talk about? Way home from fishing all day. Fish tacos for tomorrow's NFL game. So that means you caught some fish. Good job, buddy. Good job. Quarter way through the season, biggest NFL surprises. One pleasantly good, one surprisingly bad. Baltimore is my biggest surprise at 1-3. I did not see that. I did not see that. So that, to me, is the biggest surprise. That's bad. Biggest surprise that's good? I'd say Pittsburgh. Even though I don't know how good they are, but I didn't expect them to go off 3-1. Is it too early to bring up Nussmeier or Sellers of what you think of them being a top draft pick next year? I think it's a little bit too early. It's a good question, but I think it's a little bit too early. Is it too early to say that the Vikings have made a mistake by not keeping Darnold? No, I don't think it's too early. I agree with you 100%. Grant, is the Kings starting lineup set in stone? Dennis, Levine, DeMar, Murray. I don't think it's set in stone, but I think that's the starting 5. I'd be very surprised if it's different than that. So I don't think it's set in stone, but I think that's going to be your starting 5. Rhino tomorrow on the Kings Court, 10 a.m. Get you up on all of the latest with the Kings. Again, that is coming up tomorrow. Grant, how much do old veterans that were once superstars but can't play anymore due to old age make on a team such as Al Horford, Kevin Love, Kyle Lowry, Chris Paul? It depends. There's a veterans minimum based on service of in the years, and it changes. So I can't give you specific numbers. I agree with you. After watching the Ravens play in week 1, I can't believe they're 1-3. I can't believe it. I'm very surprised by that. I really am. Vikings have such big advantage having stayed in London and Cleveland starting Dylan Gabriel for the first time. I don't think the Browns have a chance. You know, I'm with you on that. I think it is a big advantage staying over there for the week. And with Gabriel, that's going to be a tough chore. Dennis is riding the Carson Wentz train. All right. Absolutely. Am I happy that I won't be getting any more dumb Kuminga questions? Well, I don't think they were dumb questions. I don't think that's fair. I just think that those like Dennis can be a little delusional. Dennis can be a little delusional. I've been telling Dennis the whole summer, not going to happen. Been telling him it's not going to happen. Like, Dennis, calm down. They're going to get Jonathan Kuminga. I go, Dennis, stop believing the rumors. Stop it. He didn't listen to me. All right. Should you pick up Dart? I don't play fantasy football. I don't even know how it works. Pick up whoever you want. All right. Ravens are not even favored to win at home versus the Texans. That's because Lamar Jackson's not going to play. That's why. That's what the word on the street is. That's why. Dennis, I told you about that, right? Dennis, what did I tell you about Kuminga? You kept on telling me it's going to happen. He's going to be great. Oh, he'll be doing this. Dodgers, by the way, are on top now, 3-2, bottom of the fourth. We're expecting the Ravens to fall to 1-4 after facing the Texans on Sunday. No, I'm not. I'm expecting them to win. Dennis has until January, Grant. Ha, ha, ha. Is that what you told me? Dennis, now you're going to extend it to January? Come on, Dennis. Come on. You told me he would be on the team now. He's not on the team now. He's on the Warriors. Come on, Dennis. Let's be fair here. Now we're going to push it out to January? Come on. Come on. Did I watch the moon landing as a kid? I sure did. I sure did. Watched it with my father, my mother, my brother. I'll never forget it. On our black and white TV on 41 Meadowbrook Road, Syosset, New York. Yep. I'll never forget it. Never forget it. Do I have some good faith in Cooper Rush? I like Cooper Rush. I've always liked Cooper Rush. Here comes Dennis again. It's going to happen, Grant. Just give it until January. Yeah, Lamar is hurt. I have to pick up any quarterback. Okay, Dennis, it's going to happen. So is Russell Westbrook, right, Dennis? That going to happen too? Dennis, talk to me. Is that going to happen too, like you said? Told you that wasn't going to happen. You think it was a hoax? I don't think so. Dennis, what was so close down to the wire? What was so close? Maybe you're referring to moving the goalpost. John, Dennis is calling you out. All right, Dennis, John is getting your attention. What's going on with Westbrook? Nothing. Nobody wants him. That's what's going on. That's exactly what's going on. That's exactly what's going on. All right, let's get to some phone calls. Corn Dog, what's going on, buddy? Let me put you up on this double screen here. What's going on, man? How are you?
Doing great. Fantastic. Ready for football tomorrow.
Do the Niners have a realistic chance to win, in your opinion?
But all their wins were by the skin of their teeth, and I just think the Rams are just too good and too healthy to allow that to happen this week.
Yep. I agree with you. All right. Were you more surprised at LSU losing at Ole Miss, or were you surprised at Alabama beating Georgia? What game really stood out to you last week?
Honestly, I'm not too surprised at the Georgia, because we saw this thing with the Tennessee game. Remember, Tennessee blew it. It wasn't Georgia being the better team. Tennessee just let them off the hook. And Agreed. That's also why I think Georgia Tech's going to run their table and beat Georgia this year. And Georgia's probably not going to make the playoff.
I would agree. I don't think they are either. Who wins Vanderbilt at Alabama on Saturday?
I'm going Diego Pavia.
Wow.
I'm rolling with Diego Pavia right now. He is playing his best as any quarterback you can ask. He's playing up there at the top of them, and I'm really liking Vanderbilt now as kind of a dark horse SEC team. Them and Mississippi State are not easy outs anymore. You know, you have to take them serious. They've done pretty well with their portals and NILs.
Well, when you talk about Vanderbilt, think about that. They went into South Carolina, which is a very difficult place to play, extremely loud, everything else. They didn't have any problem with the noise down there. They won 31-7. So I don't think Diego Pavia is going to be faced at all by the crowd at Alabama. It's not going to be a big deal for him.
Yeah, no, Williams-Brice Stadium is, one of the premier SEC venues. It is spectacular from what I've seen. I haven't had a chance to get to any of them in person, but I've seen lives like from people in the stadiums. I've seen from, in the stands from the TV, and it's one of the top. I would say it's probably a top 6 SEC venue. Actually, I actually really like it a lot.
All right.
But yeah, you can win there. I think you
Yeah,
can win almost anywhere.
I agree.
I'm still not completely sold on Kalen DeBoer and Bama.
Okay.
I'm,
Are you
yeah.
sold on Miami?
ACC teams are hard to be sold on. It you know I know a lot of people were sold on Florida State just for Virginia to field storm on them, and yeah, Virginia's now become a top 25 team just out of nowhere.
So you're
We have
skeptical. It sounds to me like you're a little skeptical.
it. Yeah. Again, this game will tell a lot. This Florida State game this week, we'll know a lot more. We'll get
Yep.
some more data on these teams.
Yep.
Again, Cristobal, I think, is a fantastic recruiter. He was a fantastic recruiter at Oregon. They had Justin Herbert, fantastic. But when it came to critical game time planning and, change ups when you need a big win, it just was never there. And
Okay.
even at Miami, it wasn't there. When he could have took a knee, they fumbled a couple years back and they lost a game that they should have won. It just always seems to happen with Cristobal.
Okay. Let's go with Texas. Where do they end up this year, Corn Dog? Like where are they heading to this year? You've looked at them now. You've looked at the development or lack thereof of Arch Manning. Obviously, week one, losing at Ohio State didn't really look good in their inferior opponents. But now we're in the meat of the season. What's your read on the Longhorns?
I mean, they still haven't looked great. I mean, They struggled with UTEP. Yeah, I mean, they're flexing on Sam Houston, which really, that's like me going to high school and saying I can drive a car and you can't, and they're barely a freshman. Like what am I flexing?
Yeah.
I think they're really going to benefit here from John Mateer being out for the Red River game from Oklahoma. I think with John Mateer, Oklahoma might have been able to get that win, but without, I'll have to see with Oklahoma. I think their defense has been playing great, actually, with Brent Venables taking control of the defense. But without John Mateer, their run game has not been existent at all. So if their passing game hurts too, that's maybe a win towards Texas. Then they have at Kentucky. Kentucky's a tough place. They've given Georgia lots of trouble. Mark Stoops is a fantastic coach.
Yes, he is.
He never has had, the talent that you get at Kentucky that you would get at a Georgia or an A&M. At Mississippi State, can't take that game lightly. Can't take Vandy lightly. Can't take at Georgia lightly. And then you can't take A&M lightly at the end of the year. Yep. So I could definitely see. I think they beat Florida, Houston, but they're going to have some battles, and I think they scrap a couple losses here.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Going to get them this year.
I love talking college football with you. Thank you very much.
Yes, sirs.
Take care. Good stuff right there. Let's get to Jack next. Jack, what's going on? You're on with Grant. What's happening?
Hey, Grant. Congratulations on the radio gig. I'm psyched.
Thank you.
I can't wait to hear. Did it start airing, or are you waiting for this?
Yeah, where you been? I'm on my 5th week already, buddy.
Oh, snap. I kind of turned into a pumpkin until basketball season.
All right.
Baseball games are too long. But
come out of the pumpkin because I'm on the air every day from 3 to 6. And you can download the app. Download the Fox Sports KSAC app and start listening to me. Don't wait. We got coverage every day from King's practice. So join me 3:00 tomorrow. Download the app, Fox Sports KSAC. All right.
Do you guys do you take callers, or are callers coming in too hot?
We take calls. Let's go, man. Give me a call.
Yeah. I also heard a rumor about you doing broadcasting for the Magic. Is that BS? I saw that on Twitter.
I don't know where that rumor came from. I've never been contacted by the Magic. I've never talked to the Magic. I don't know where that came from. I don't know where it started, but you're not the only one to say that. But I've never, ever had any discussion with the Orlando Magic about broadcasting.
I don't believe anything I read anymore, especially with art, AI, and everything like that. But yeah, I just want to say congrats, man. I'll listen to the show tomorrow.
Hey, Jack, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Have a good one.
All right. I don't know where that rumor came from. I really don't. Hey, Dennis, stop it, would you please? Stop it with the Russell Westbrook talk. Nobody wants Russell Westbrook. Nobody on my stream, nobody in the Sacramento fan base other than you wants Russell Westbrook. Nobody. Why would you want him? Hoping Geno Smith performs better against the Colts. Raiders pay the guy. He has a long leash, I feel. I'll tell you, I don't know how long his leash is going to be. I know he's got Pete Carroll, who knows what he can do up in Seattle, but he's been horrible this year. Horrible. And he was terrible again at the last game against the Bears. You can't throw 3 interceptions. Terrible. Really, it was. Not very good at all. Not very good at all. You know what is very good? When you need plumbing, repairs, questions, New Works Plumbing. They're great. Give them a call, 916-73-1010, newworksplumbing.com. Water heaters, water line repair, sewer repair, water filtration, gas lines. They do it all. Again, newworksplumbing.com, NEWWRXplumbing.com, New Works Plumbing. They've got a fix for you. Give them a call. Go to their website. They're awesome. New Works Plumbing. Again, they've got a fix for you. Rolling right along here on a Wednesday. Appreciate the phone calls, the questions. What was it about Vladdy that made him your favorite all-time athlete? Best guy in the locker room, best leader I've ever seen, funniest guy I've been around, most caring guy I've been around, great human being, down to earth, great sense of history, very smart historian about what's gone on, particularly over in Europe and his former country, Yugoslavia. I've really never met anyone that doesn't like Vlade Divac. So he's just a very unique, great person. Appreciate the question. 2022, Geno Smith received 1 fifth-place vote. He was awesome that season. He was. Nobody wants Russell Westbrook. That's why he's not on a team right now. Nobody wants him. Dodgers pitching staff is good. Yeah. What's the score now? Still 3-2? Middle of the 5th, 3-2, Dodgers. They're trying to close out the Reds and advance on. Would it be crazy to argue that Harden and Paul are not Hall of Famers specifically because of their epic failures during the playoffs? You know, if Chris Webber can be in the Hall of Fame, then those guys can be in the Hall of Fame. So I don't know how else to answer the question. I don't know how to answer it. I really don't. I mean, I don't know how you evaluate that. You know, the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame, because it's not just. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. James Harden is the most overrated player in NBA history. You could make an argument to that. I've never been a smoker. No. All right. Again, give me a shout if you want to get on the program. Not going to go very long today. Don't forget tomorrow, 3 o'clock, Fox Sports Sacramento. Tomorrow, 10 a.m., Ryan, the Kings Court. He'll get you covered on everything going on with the Kings and the NBA. Jackson can make a statement on Monday Night Football. It's a big game for them against Kansas City and at home. Yeah. Once brothers, Vlade Divac, Drazen Petrovic, the 30 for 30 on ESPN. That was great, Daniel. I learned a lot about that friendship that Vlade had with Drazen, and I learned a lot about the Civil War and what happened from a completely different perspective than you saw on the 30 for 30. I've had hour-long conversations with Vlade about that and about Tony Kukoc and about some of the other brothers that were divided over the war. Tragic. Thank you, man. Says he admires my energy and Ryan's energy. We appreciate you watching and listening to us. Appreciate it very much. Really appreciate that. It was a great 30 for 30 once brothers. Great. And I've, again, knowing Vlade as well as I do and talking to him about all of the behind the scenes I mean, it's fascinating. I've learned a lot from Vladdy. It was fascinating. Fascinating. I mean, unless you've been through something like that, which obviously nobody in this country has. I'll never forget when Vladdy played with the Kings and the war was going on, and you know he would be up all night trying to find out if his parents were okay. Really was a very rough time for him, and the basketball court was his sanctuary, where it actually helped him out. He played tremendous basketball during that stretch because it was his really only chance to get away. You know, Trevor Lawrence does not suck. That's not fair. They are 3-1. He didn't suck. He may not be like Patrick Mahomes, but it doesn't suck. I mean, he doesn't suck. Hey, Peter, Dennis said to get over your 49er derangement syndrome, it's going to cost you in the fantasy football league. Peter, can I just say something to you? I don't know Dennis personally. I only know Dennis from his support here on the podcast and on the radio show, which I'm grateful for. But you used the term derangement. I think that's a really good adjective to use for Dennis. I think Dennis is deranged. I think he is. So I'm very happy that you said that I'm not the only one that thinks like that. Oh my gosh. I love it. Saying, Dennis, come on. Dennis the deranged Youngblood. That's what we call him. How about that? I love it. Dennis, are you deranged, Dennis? Come on, Dennis. Folks on the stream, Dennis, think you're deranged. The host of this show thinks that's a good adjective to describe you. Dennis wants Kuminga so badly. Dennis is delusional, which is another form of deranged. That's why. That's why. There are only two teams in the NBA that wanted Kuminga, Phoenix and Sacramento. Nobody else. That's it. And the Warriors. But Dennis wants Russell Westbrook too. Dennis says all the time, Grant. Oh my gosh. That's beautiful. What's the favorite sports card I own? That's very simple. Aaron Judge. That is my favorite by far. Looking good for Steelers and the Rodgers. They're off to a good start. Haven't played great, but they're off to a good start. Peter, you should speak for a living. Oh my gosh. You people kill me. Daniel says, Down in the Valley, still not released. Was lucky enough to catch the leak on YouTube, but would like to watch it again. That was great, wasn't it? It was great. Dennis thinks that Max Reno is the next Porzingis. That is the range for sure. But I love you, Dennis. See, they love you. I love you. They love you. No, nothing about Eubanks or Reno as a backup. I don't know. Utah and Brooklyn could have traded Kuminga if they wanted him. They didn't want him. John says we are all blindly loyal and somewhat deranged as Kings fans. Perhaps. Yeah, that's pretty much spot on. Yeah. They call it fandom, not derangement. Yeah, but with Dennis, I call it derangement. Okay? I call it derangement. Oh my gosh. Dennis, you know I love busting your chops, you know? Freaking awesome. Patrick calls it fandom, Dennis. I call it derangement. Yes, I actually picked the Kings on my radio show today to finish fourth in the Pacific, but I haven't yet given a one-loss prediction, which I will, before the first game, but I want to see preseason injuries, things of that nature. Unbelievable. The Kings lost the finals to the Lakers because they missed 14 free throws on their home floor in Game 7. That's why. I'm here for it, Grant. I'm a real fan. You know it. You are a real fan, Dennis. You know I'm just busting your chops. I know you're a real fan. I get it. But you are a little deranged, Dennis. I mean, you even have to admit that, right? You're a little deranged. Patrick calls them, fandom. I call it derangement. Patrick says whatever works. He says, and I love you all. I'm here for it. Good job, Dennis. Oh, my gosh. Good stuff. All right, don't forget, Kings Court tomorrow, 10 a.m., Rhino and Sacktown. We've got my show from 3 to 6. We've got the 49ers and the Rams. And then right back here. All right? Right back here. This may be the best message I have ever received. Grant would be out of business if not for deranged Kings fans. Daniel, that is 100% correct, buddy. I would be out of business. So you are correct. Correct. Absolutely correct. No, I'm not thinking the Giants are going to finish the season strong, Tay. No, they will not. Is this a put up or get out year for Keegan Murray? Yes, it is. That's correct. I don't know, Dennis. I think you are deranged. I know you meant derangement. That's not derangement. Derangement is me like, oh my God, we're going to get Steph Curry or LeBron James. Like that's the derangement. That's true. But you wanting Russell Westbrook, Dennis, that's deranged. That's being deranged. Like myself, deranged Kings fan. Yeah, I know. I forgive you all. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. No hard feelings. All right? I have not watched the movie or read the book. Should I? So me thinking that they want to get two guys that want to run and play at a fast pace is not the derangement. I'm just optimistic that we're going to get the best players that we can potentially get. Well, that's not Russell Westbrook. Dennis, ask yourself a question. Training camp has already begun. Preseason games start this week. Dennis, why do you think nobody has signed Russell Westbrook? Ask yourself that question. Dennis, ask yourself why. Dennis, ask yourself why Russell Westbrook is not on an NBA roster. Ask yourself that question. Ask yourself that question. Can I speak on how great Dak Prescott played versus the Packers? He was perfect. He was great. I don't know what else to add. He had a great game. Not a good game. He had a great game. I mean, he was tremendous. Tremendous. Really was good. Like, not good. He was great in that game. I think they're going to have a surprisingly difficult game against the Jets. I think they're going to have a tough game. It's a very difficult spot for them. 0-4. The roof's starting to cave in at the Jets facility. I think they're going to come out and play a very good game. If not, it's going to be like, here we go again. Here we go again. So I think that's going to be a tough spot for Dallas coming up on Sunday. All right, I'll let you all go back and forth. You can have your fun. So again, tomorrow, 10 a.m., Kings Court with Rhino, 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, Fox Sports Sacramento, Niners and Rams at 5:20, and then I'll be back here tomorrow after the game, not at 7, after the game, to talk 49ers and Rams. You have a rant idea. You can't cry at work. Okay. I'll think about that, all right? Talk to you tomorrow, everybody. Appreciate you. Don't forget about Rhino's show in the morning. Dennis, you are deranged. Don't ever forget about that. Dennis, stop it. We don't want Russell Westbrook. Nobody wants Russell Westbrook. Dennis, you're the only one that wants Westbrook in the entire league, not just Sacramento, the entire league. You're the only one that wants him. Nobody else wants him. And on that note,